Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and today has been a video that's been needing to come, and that is my mid-year check-in for my goals, or my bookolutions as I call them. I will link my original video, which I posted up in January, up here if you want to see. Basically what it is just my reading goals for myself for the year. So right here on this I have my goals. I made myself 12 goals for this year, and I can proudly say I've completed 3 of them, and the last few I can't really do till the end of the year anyways, until if I did that. So let's jump in. My first goal was to read 40 books for the year, which I'm really proud to say I've actually surpassed. I've surpassed by quite a bit. Just like last year, my goal was to read 35 books, and I ended up reading 51, which is almost a book a week, which is like kind of impressive. This year I don't feel like it's so much more impressive because I've been reading a lot more mangas and graphic novels, which are easier to get through. So that bumps up my reading total, but like I haven't been reading as much like page-wise as I would with novels, you know? So anyways, I've currently at this point I've read 48 books, which is I'm like really impressed with. My second goal was to finish all of the Shadowhunter books and get caught up for Queen of Air and Darkness coming out in December. I have currently completed 4 Shadowhunter books. I'm currently on City of Lost Souls, which is book 5 in the Mortal Instruments series. After that, I only have 1 more book for Mortal Instruments, and then I have 2 more books for the Dark Artifices, and then I have the Shadowhunters Codex and the bind-up of Tales from a Shadowhunter Academy, which I've been told I should not read until after I've read City of Heavenly Fire. So I still have quite a few books to go till I'm caught up. My next goal was to read at least 2 nonfiction books for the year. I've half completed this goal. I read 1 nonfiction book so far, which was actually a required read for one of my summer classes, and I read The Complete Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi, which is a graphic novel memoir about her life growing up in revolutionary Iran, and I really enjoyed it, and it was very eye-opening, and I think it's something that everybody should read. My next goal was to read at least 7 books that have been sitting on my shelf forever. Like I've mentioned before, I have a humongous TBR. My TBR is over 200 books long, and I just keep adding to it when I buy more books. So I'm not saying I'm putting myself on a book buying ban, but I'm really trying to focus on reading books I already own. And I always set myself a goal of like reading a certain number of books that I've had for a really long time and just haven't read yet. And I can gladly say I have read 7 books that I've owned forever. I've been better about reading them. So hopefully I can read some more before the end of the year, but we'll see. Next, I want to finish 5 series. I haven't really been focusing much on series, honestly. I've kind of been reading a lot of standalone books and then just trying to get through Shadowhunters, which is, you know, kind of the main series I'm working on, and the other series I haven't really like picked up the sequels to yet. But I have completed 2 series. I completed the Where the Wind Blows duology by James Patterson, which was pretty bad. And then I finished the Magnus Chase trilogy by Rick Riordan. I read the final book at the very beginning of this year. So hopefully I can complete a few more series before the end of this. We'll see. Next, I set myself the goal of finishing A Clash of Kings. It took me a very long time to finish Game of Thrones. I ended up finishing it just before the end of the year last year, and so I picked up A Clash of Kings, which is book 2 in the Song of Fire and Ice series, to start, and I was like listening to an audiobook, so it made it easier to get through than just trying to sit down and read it. So I was listening to that during the spring semester, and I managed to finish it, so I've already completed this task. So I'm going to set myself and see if I can actually finish A Storm of Swords before the end of this year. Next, I set myself the goal of finishing the Red Pyramid series by Rick Riordan, and this is his Egyptian mythology series, which I haven't read. It's like the only Riordan series that I haven't read yet, and I still haven't even touched the first book. I'm just like really hesitant. Like I want to read it because it's Rick Riordan, and I don't know much about Egyptian mythology, so I think it'd be really interesting. But like at the same time, I've also heard from a lot of people that this is his weakest series, and a lot of people don't really like that series. So I'm scared. I'm gonna have to try to force myself to read them. I mean, not force myself because I want to read them, but like I need to read them. I at least just want to read the first book. Next, I set myself the goal of reading 3 ebooks. I have this massive ebook library, even though I hate ebooks, that I need to read. Probably I can say I've read 2 of them so far, and I'm in the middle of a third that I hopefully finish some point before the end of this year. Now we're getting into goals that aren't exactly book like reading goal oriented, but more towards writing and my booktube channel. So the first goal I set myself was to finish my first draft. I am about, I think, like 17,000 words into my draft of my work in progress, which is a Portal Fantasy middle grade, which I was writing before I started this class last semester, and then I was working on it as the project for that class. Since that class has stopped, I have not touched my work in progress, so I haven't touched it since April. It's now July. I really need to get back into writing, but like, just like there's so much other stuff I want to do besides work on my work in progress, because it's a mess. It's such a mess. It's such a mess. Maybe I'll make that myself. I'll get myself. I don't think I'm gonna finish my first draft by the end of the year, but like if I can just get myself back into writing and working on it, which I have to say on book Twitter, you know, a lot of people have been doing the Thursday aesthetics and stuff, and a lot of my friends are also doing work in progresses, and so seeing everybody's like aesthetics for like their characters and stuff like makes me really jealous, because I'm like, I want to do that for my characters, but like I'm not the creative one, and 2, like it's just a trash fire. Next, I wanted to post more skit content on my channel. I enjoy making skits, and I have posted a few. I do have one more already filmed that I need to edit and upload, but other than that, like I want to do more skits, but it's just like trying to find the time to do them first, because they take more effort than just sitting here and filming, like, and talking to the camera. Like I actually have to move the camera, I have to dress up, I have to like kind of script it out in my head and like all that stuff. So I want to do more. I've been better about posting more skit content, but I haven't posted like as much as I would like to, just because I don't have that kind of time and that kind of footage already ready yet. So hopefully I can post some more by the end of the year. My next goal is to, well, this one's also a reading goal actually, is to restart/finish the Maximum Ride series by James Patterson. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know I have finally forced myself to go back and start rereading series and finishing them, just so I can like actually finish series. And so the first year I did Percy Jackson because I had finished the original series, but I had read the first 2 books in the spin-off series and I hadn't like finished it. So I did that, and this year is Shadowhunters because I'm so far behind, and so around Thanksgiving time is when I'll start reading Maximum Ride and into the new year and hopefully finish it. And the final goal I have, which is actually as a video goal, is to post more vlogs, which I can definitely say I've really done. I've done more vlogs, like travel vlogs, daily vlogs, and reading vlogs I've really gotten into for readathons. And I really like it, and I mean, they're a bitch to edit, don't get me wrong, but I like the way they come out, and you know, it's kind of fun to do it in the moment. And, you know, uploading, I mean, I know they tend to be really long because I like to talk, but I don't know. I mean, I like them. I like vlogs. Vlogs are fun. Anyways, that's it for this check-in. As I would say I'm doing pretty well, actually, on my goals so far this year. So hopefully I can keep up the good work and not have a disappointing look back at my goals at the beginning of next year, when I will recap all of my goals and how I did, and then go back to stating my new goals for 2019. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. So let me know down below if you have some bookish goals you've like set yourself for the year, how well you're doing. If you have a video like this, let me know. I would love to know. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video.